Hey y'all, well, today on the channel, we are right at the beginning of the Appalachian Trail thru-hiker bubble. So it's really starting to take off now. We've really got a lot of updates actually from the horse's mouth from folks on the trail. I'm excited about it. We've also got some more intros for you. People are going to be getting back on the trail. I'm pumped up about those people as well. We'll talk a little bit about registrations. Got some news for you out there, both trail news and some personal news for me that I'm really pumped up to share with you. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. So, folks we got out there that are out on the trail, they just seem to be really loving what's going on, loving life, loving the trail out there. The first stop we got is Laura Evans and her family, and she sends in this update.
Hey Ramdino, it's Laura and Do Good and
Hi.
And
Amy.
and we're all everyone's eating pizza. We're here at Mountain Crossings just hanging out and chilling. Everyone is in good spirits, it seems like. So
We appreciate you,
Yep.
Ramdino.
We love everything that you do and just wanted to give you an update. Having fun.
And we got Thunder, Big Man, and Storm with their first huge milestone checking in from Blood Mountain.
Hey, Ramdino. It's Ted, now known as Thunder,
And Big Man.
and Storm. Checking in from Blood Mountain. Started Saturday or Sunday, and just wanted to say hi. Take care.
Later.
So the saying goes that a third of the folks quit their hike when they get to Neal Gap, which is only like 3 days away. So that is great. They look like they're having a good time, and they are continuing the mission. And then we got Bagbowl. So Bagbowl is actually on the ECT, the Eastern Continental Trail. He started at Key West and is going all the way, hooking trails together. So that would be the Pinhoti, of course, the Florida Trail, the Pinhoti, the Alabama Road Walk, then up to the Benton McKay. Then at Springer, he hits the Appalachian Trail and takes that all the way up to Katahdin, and then continues on with the rest of the ECT into Newfoundland, Canada up there. But he doesn't have a social media channel, so he's sending updates here, and he hadn't updated us in a while. And that'll be funny here in just a minute, I'll tell you why. But anyway, he updates us, and he's now on, he hit Springer this week, and so he's on the Appalachian Trail heading north. Now, one of the things he told me was that when he got to, he was at Amicalola Falls State Park for whatever reason, and he says that somebody there, I guess he went to get his bag tag, and somebody there recognized his name from our channel, from this channel, our channel. And that person, he said, yelled at him because he hadn't been updating us on his hike enough. And he said, Bagbowl says, you got people out there that got your back, buddy. And I'm like, yeah, I sure do. We got a great community going here, a great family. And that was pretty cool for him to say that. So hopefully maybe he'll update us. Hey, Daisy, maybe he'll update us a little more moving on up the trail. But one of the things he indicated was that he has not been seeing a lot of the young people that are normally on the trail. So he says typically, you know, this is, I can't remember, I think this is maybe his 4th or 7th through hike. But in any case, he said that he's used to seeing all kind of young people, you know, that just got out of college, they're just starting, and they're all happy and they're just loving life and everything. And he's not seeing that. He said it's mainly people our age. And he also said that he's not seen any international students out or international hikers out there. Usually he sees people from Europe and Canada, places like that. And so, and that was, he thought that was rather remarkable. So I think that's remarkable as well. I haven't had as many international folks sign up for the list as typically do this year. But in any case, he made those observations. And if you're out there on trail right now, tell me what your observations are. Are you seeing any of those international hikers? Are you seeing any of the younger folks that we normally do? They're kind of a gap year between college and when they start their career. I think that'd be pretty interesting to know why the dynamics have changed. And then Mama and Papa Goose, they sent in their update.
Hey Ramdino.
Hey, Ramdino.
Mama and Papa Goose coming at you from Bly Gap.
We made it out of Georgia today. Yay! Yes, you're right. I was definitely running on endorphins. It was cold at Springer. The trail conditions from Springer to Unicoi Gap were pretty rough. Hopefully this past weekend after Valentine's Day, the maintainers got a chance to come out and clear it. From Unicoi Gap to here has been pretty clear. We did go through 2 today, but you know, it is what it is. So that's where we're at. Taking us a little bit longer, but we're still happy and hiking our own hike. Thanks for all you do. See ya.
Bye.
Great trail information. Greatly appreciate it when folks send in trail information for those folks that are coming up behind them up there. And then we got Big Fun. He reports in from day 7. Says he's on somewhere around mile 120, camping and heading northbound, having a blast, bracing for the snow that's coming up. And he says that may stop him from heading into the Smokies. He may have to hold up at Fontana for a day or so that he doesn't run into everything, all the issues that folks have been going through the Smokies as far as drifts and a lot of snow and ice and everything be going through there. So ice you can deal with microspikes, but snow, post-holing, that's a whole different animal up there. But he did say he ran into graybeard on the trail. So, and we're going to find some more people that ran into graybeard here in just a minute. So I'm sure that was very cool for him. Of course, graybeard is reclaiming his title as the oldest Appalachian Trail thru-hiker. And we're going to see that by now he's done because he's running into people down in Georgia. So that was very cool for him to send that picture in of him meeting graybeard there. But he says he's been meeting a lot of great people, and that's just been the highlight of the trip. And then we got Brad Sumheim. He's on trail. He's down in Georgia. He says the Georgia Appalachian Trail Club and the trail maintainers there have been doing a great job down there. He's seen a lot of blowdowns, a lot of things that they have been through there and got out of the way. And so he sends along his thanks and all the hikers' thanks for what's going on down there. And then we got Forrest and Polchar. Dogs, what the heck? You're gonna make these people sick. Coda joined us. We got Forrest and Polchar, and they are a father-son team. They're hiking, and they send us an intro, or rather, they send us in their trail update.
Hi everyone, my name's Forrest. I'm 10 years old.
And I'm Polchar.
We're hiking the Appalachian Trail northbound.
Yeah, I did it in 2013 southbound, so I'm super excited to do it again with my son. You have a YouTube channel?
Forrest Outdoors.
And mine is Polchar, P-O-L-E-C-H-A-R.
After the Smokies, we're picking up our dog Lucy.
And what else?
We love Daisy,
We
by the
love
way.
Daisy. Yes, we do. See everybody out there.
That's awesome, Forrest. Great to hear you're going to be getting your pup on trail. Thanks a lot. Daisy needs a pup to follow right now. She's got Storm, but I'm sure she'd love to follow your pup out there as well. And then they met a legend on trail as well.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I am so fortunate. I'm here just hiking down from the top of Blood Mountain, and guess who I'm seeing? I see Forrest right here, and he is going to be hiking the entire Appalachian Trail. And I'm telling you, it'll be such a wonderful experience for you, and it'll be such a life-changing event, and you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
How awesome is that to meet a legend and a trail record holder again? So very cool for Graybeard to stop, and you just tell the excitement and how he's passed that along to the next generation. So very cool there. Thanks a lot for sending that picture and that video in. And then we got Big T.
Hey Ramdino, it's Big T. Big T on the AT-26. I'm off from Springer. Actually started yesterday, hiked the first mile, but started this morning early from Springer parking lot. And I am headed northbound. I think early morning was cold, but I'm steady coming out of my clothes. So great hike, beautiful day. February 14th, Valentine's Day, and the sun is coming up. See you down the trail, Ramdino.
And Kristen, she checks in from Springer.
Hey Ramdino, it's Kristen with Hiking on a Prayer. Just wanted to let you know that I have officially made it to the top of Springer Mountain and heading off on my Appalachian Trail adventure. Thank you so much for all that you do for the AT community.
And of course, it wouldn't be a true Appalachian Trail update without the Prepper family checking in. So they're checking in. They are sent us some video of going through the Smokies there. They are done with the Smokies now, but their video's very interesting. It will show you what it's like to go through there, even when there's not snow on the ground.
Well, let me tell you, this isn't for novices right here. This is real climbing on real ice with the microspikes. That's some solid stuff.
And they hit a huge trail milestone. So congratulations to them for hitting that mark. Go ahead, talk to us, Prepper family.
Hello, Ramdino from mile 300, baby, on the Appalachian Trail, just past Fire Scald Knob. Is that right, Goat?
That's right.
It is me and
Ash.
Tie-dye goat.
and Subman's ahead of us and Loghead's behind us somewhere. So we're together.
Woohoo!
Happy trails. Appalachian Trail 2.0, baby. Let's go. Hello, Ramdino from the top of Max Patch. Who we got over here?
Ash.
Loghead. Tie-dye goat.
February 19th. It's my mama's birthday. God rest her soul. Looky there. Go rest high on those mountains, mama. Love you.
That is one bunch of hikers that are out there just squeezing every bit of it out of the trail, just enjoying life. And we got Brandy. She checks in with her family.
Hey Ramdino, we're at the top of Wyatt Bald and we have no view today. This is Looking Glass.
Hog Country, Hayden's, and Manzo.
It's nice, rainy, and foggy.
And cold.
And cold. We're having a ball. Thanks, Ramdino.
Blade Runner got on trail, and he's been hiking for the past 45 miles with Cowboy and Not Yet. They're loving the trail as well. They're going to be in Dix Creek today, going to overnight there at the local hostel, and then they are heading on into North Carolina. They'll be in North Carolina tomorrow. So congratulations on the first state down for them. And we got Timber and Eek send us their update.
Hey Ramdino, hello friends, it's Timber and
Eek.
Checking in from
Springer.
Beautiful first day on the trail here in northern Georgia. Loving the weather and looking forward to a great journey ahead.
Yeah.
Awesome to see those on-trail updates, especially those that have gotten started. Congratulations to them. If you haven't got on trail and you're getting ready to get on trail this week, please, by all means, send us an update from Springer or the Arch, wherever you're starting. And then continue to send us updates throughout the course. You can send those to me in an email. If you need to send a cloud-based file because it's too big, that's fine. Or you can send it to me. It usually works through Instagram or Facebook instant messages. Those usually work as well. So any of those work. And then we got a bunch of intros of hikers that are getting ready to get on trail, and they'll soon be part of our updates on a weekly basis here. And so first up, we got Silverbag. He sends in his intro.
Hello, Ramdino. Long-time listener, first-time caller. My name's Ron, aka Silverback, hiking the Appalachian Trail, starting February 22nd. I just turned 60 February 21st here, and retired, and it's my long dream to do it. So I'll be seeing you on the trails, and I'll send the updates later on. Thanks. Bye.
Joe and Aaron, they've got one for us.
Hello, Ramdino. This is Joe,
This is Aaron.
aka Joe and Aaron. We're stepping off in March, starting Nobo at Amicaloa Falls, starting a new chapter in our life. Looking forward to meeting new people out on trail and having a wonderful time. Thank you for what you do.
See you on the trail.
And Kendall sends in her intro.
Hi, Ramdino. This is Kendall coming to you from my backyard in sunny Ohio. I'm very excited to announce my Appalachian thru-hike attempt in 2026, starting the end of February from Georgia to Maine. Very excited. I've been watching your channel for years, and now I get to send in my video. So this is a really wonderful moment for me. I can't wait to meet everybody on the trail. I'm just so excited. I will be hiking with my daughter, and we just can't wait to get out there. So we'll see you when we see you.
So Kendall said she's been a long-time subscriber. That is really neat when people let me know that. because and neat that they've been watching the channel for all these years and listening to other people do their intros and their through hikes, and now it's their turn. And so that is just really cool. So thanks a lot, Kendall, for sharing that with me. And now we hear from Quilt.
Hey Ramdino and fam, my name's Emily, tentatively Quilt. I might get a new name while I'm on trail. I am 34, I live in North Carolina. I am planning to do a NOBO through hike leaving from Springer on March 8th. Really looking forward to this experience. I've been really wanting a break from my 9 to 5 that I've had for basically the last 10 years or so now. And that's about how long I've been planning or wanting to do this through hike. I'm out training today. It's a blustery cold day here in North Carolina. I do have social media that you guys can follow. My husband and I own a travel trailer. Last year we traveled for over 6 months straight. Went all the way up through New England and into Canada. But on that social media, we'll also be posting next year all of my through hike content. So that social media is on Facebook and Instagram at The Traveling Polands, Polands. And really looking forward to getting out on the trail, making new friends, and learning even more about myself along the way. So look forward to seeing you guys out there. See you there.
So Quilt said her trail name was tentatively Quilt. Does that mean it's Quilt just for now? Or does that mean it's the whole thing? Her trail name is tentatively, quote, tentatively Quilt, unquote. That's a lot of syllables. Maybe it's just Quilt. Any case, looking forward to your updates, Quilt. And we got another one from North Kakalaki. David sends in his intro.
Hey, Ramdino and friends. My name's David. And hiking here in Pittsboro, North Carolina, and some little snowy conditions we got overnight. Figured it'd be good practice for what might be ahead of me on the Appalachian Trail, as I'm starting out March 2nd from Springer Mountain. So I'm sure this will be possible conditions in the Smokies. I just retired Friday from 30-year career in local government and 27 years in the Air National Guard. So finally have 6 months, 5 months, or whatever it takes, 7 months to get this in. And so I'm so excited. I've learned so much from watching your channel, Ramdino, and all the hikers. And thanks so much for everybody that shares information like this. So I'll be doing that as well. Hopefully check in weekly. And also have a YouTube channel called Wood_Wanderings. So feel free to follow along. Let's have some fun together. And good luck to all you hikers, and hope to see some of you out there on the trail. Take care.
And last but certainly not least, we got Wes.
How you doing there, Ramdino? My name's Wes Hammock. I'm hiking the AT, starting in Springer. Sorry, but it started on the 16th. Today's, what, the 21st, I believe. But my name on the trail will be Grampy on Trail. And my goal is to get to Maine. I'd really like to have a fresh lobster. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
Thanks a lot for all y'all's intros. And like I said, you can send those to me through any of the methods that I mentioned before. Those links are down below to that. If you want to be on my support list where people can go and find your social media, then the link to put yourself on that is down below. You need to fill out the forums link to do that. And then if you're one of the community out there and you want to follow these hikers, go to their social media, keep them pumped up throughout the whole course of their trip. The link for that is down below as well. And we'd love to have more and more. We're somewhere close to 150 on the support list. So that is awesome. And before I get it, speaking of support, I do have a Trail Angels support list that is where I have a list of trail angels up and down the trail. That is a hidden list. It is only for through hikers out there. And so if you're a through hiker and you're part of my list, you're on my support list, I can vet you out that way, but I'll only send that list to people that I can vet out as a true through hiker. So I just can't give it out to day hikers and section hikers and all that stuff. There's just too many of them out there. And these trail angels are specifically, you know, they'll help anybody really. That's why they're trail angels. But this is typically for the through hikers. Now, if you're not on my list and you're watching this, that's fine. if you'll just send me a copy of your, take a screenshot of your ATC registration. Those are the only two ways I have to vet you out to give you that Trail Angel support list. If you're a Trail Angel, you want to be on that list and you're not, and most of you know who you are is on that list, then send me a private information on that, email or DM, and let me know how they can contact you, what area of service, of course, what's your name and your contact information. And I will only give that out to people there that are thru hikers. If you're a thru hiker and you want to be part of the update, whether you're on my support list or not, you can send those down below. And we don't discriminate. You don't have to be on the list. Like Bagbowl's not on the list because he doesn't have social media. So that's perfectly all right for you to do that. I will not give out your exact location. There's some people that don't mind me doing that, but typically, unless somebody specifically tells me that, I'm not going to give that out just for hiker safety. So some folks that have added themselves to the support list over this past week, we've got Wonder, Sophie, Batman, Longhorn and Smiles, Paul Anderson, Nelly, Engine, KK, Braxton, Kendall, and Joe Franco. So those are all folks that have been added to the list over the past week. Folks that are on the list that are going to be stepping out this coming week is going to be Thumbs Up and Sweets, Paul Anderson, Braxton, Bill Papernack, Mary Hiker, Leftover, DJ Johnson, Domino, Friar Tuck, Pell Rider, Kerry Goring, and Special J. All those folks will be getting on trail, and hopefully we'll be getting their updates and hearing from them then. And as you get on trail, like I said before, send me that update right from Springer or from the Arch. Love to see that enthusiasm as your voice as you get started. So as far as registrations, we're kind of, like I said, we're kind of at the beginning of the bubble. This year is going to be considerably smaller, and we've been talking about that in previous videos where the registrations are down considerably. I mean, look at this in 2022. Look how many hikers registered, how many we got above the max outline, the max outline being 50 hikers or more that are starting on a single day. That was a crowded year, crowded bubble. This year, right now, we're only at 3 days above that line, and a lot of days are well under it. The bubble does seem to be spread out more, but March 1st, 15th, and April 1st are the days that are maxed out right now with more than 50 people that are getting on trail that day. And of course, the Appalachian Trail considers 50 people or more to be a day that's the maximum carrying capacity of the trail. Doesn't mean you're not going to be able to register and get out there and hike and start. It just means that they consider that to be when the trail has got more people than it really should have on it, for as far as people being find a place to stay, just crowding, people being able to, availability for campsites, shelter sites, things of that nature. So some news we got going on there. So the Limestone Spring Shelter is closed due to damage from a fallen tree. So looks like it took out a part of a wall, a roof, and probably part of the platform. Now that's nowhere near people right now. That's way up north. But there could be people that should be section hiking or flip-floppers that are getting on there, or Sobo that are going to be coming through there, and that's at mile 1,503. So right now it's closed due to damage, but it's closed also till they can get in there and determine if it can be repaired. If it's in the area there where there's going to be a lot of snow and stuff, then I can imagine it's going to take a while for the trail maintainers to get in there, do whatever repairs that they've got done up there. Now I do have an update on the Harper's Ferry, the new stairway that they're putting in there on the trail north side of the river. So it is going to be temporarily closed again in April. So they closed it to when they built the temporary and they had to close it there in order to close that access there. So you couldn't hike across the river. You had to catch a shuttle around it. They closed it off while they put the temporary in. Now they are going to close again in April. And they didn't say why, but that corresponds to when it's supposed to be complete. So they started it in September. So September to April is about 7 months. And given the size of it and what they were doing there, if they did well at all, that corresponds to when they should be getting done with it. So I would think that that is when they're going to be opening the new staircase and tearing down the old temporary case. So we'll see if that be the case. But anyway, they didn't give a specific date. They just said in April. And David Lloyd sends in that he was out on trail there near Burningtown Gap. Trail is actually trail south of Burningtown Gap, but trail north of Way of Bald Shelter. He indicated he came across a sign that said there's going to be a controlled burn going in this area, and they're shutting down access. So the Appalachian Trail runs through this very area in there, and it's somewhere around Way of Bald is at Nobo 124, I believe, and so Burningtown Gap is at 124, and so it looks like that there's a Forest Service road that runs through there that you may be able to access to. You may be able to use that to get around this. They are shutting it down looks like the last week in February through the first week in March, I believe is what he said. Yeah, February 23rd through March 9th. So you won't be able to hike through that area. He is going to go out himself. He said this weekend he's going to scout out. There's a Forest Service road nearby that you may be able to take. He did not see anything that said what you're supposed to do. Just don't go behind this sign. Don't go in that area. And like I said, that controlled burn, the AT goes right through that. So they're essentially shutting down access to that. Now, this is the National Forest Service. I didn't see anything on the ATC website about that. So hopefully they'll have something and will let us know what, if any, any kind of more information. And then David's going to get back to us and let us know about that Forest Service road, if that's doable. That would be considered a detour, and so that would be acceptable for your through hike if the ATC is not going to penalize you and not take away and not give you your certificate if that's something that's important to you from the ATC. Not everybody cares, but some people do, and but that would be considered a detour to get around that. So if you're a follower of mine and you got the notice this morning, you ring the little bell when you subscribed, then you got my morning update, which was not about hikers. It was about my situation and what I've asked you, what I've mentioned as far as the test that I had and been asking for prayers and your good thoughts and everything, sending them my way, your well wishes and everything, and which y'all have come through in spades. I've got hundreds, maybe thousands of those, and so I greatly appreciate that. And I'd encourage you to go watch that, but because there's a lot to it there that I shared with you, a lot of the personal stuff, about me and about the whole process. But basically, it was a cancer scare that I had that I was very concerned. My initial test came back that I was likely had cancer, and then my biopsy came back that it was all benign. And so thank you for your prayers. I'm giving that all to the Lord. I believe he healed me of that because I have got family history of prostate cancer, and I have and the MRI revealed a 7-millimeter lesion in that gland. So there was something there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the Lord's taken it out because it hadn't been scanned since then, or he just made the tissue benign. But in any case, I'm giving that all to him. Thank you for your prayers on that. That has given me a whole new outlook on life. I guess my daddy says there's no atheist in foxholes, but I've come out of that battle, and I look at stuff different now. I'm going to make some changes. I've kind of hinted around that, and right now I can't be specific about that, but it's going to allow me to spend more time with you guys, more time on the channel. One of the things I told my wife when I first started battling this cancer or possible likely case of cancer, that I told her, I said, when I get done with this, good, bad, or indifferent, I'm going to hit the Camino. Well, that's what I'm doing. So if you don't know the Camino de Santiago, then I'm going to do the Francés section of it. That is a trail over in Spain that is a pilgrimage from France all the way to Compostela, which is on the coast of Spain. So you walk all the way across Spain. I think it's about 500 miles. I am going to go out there, and that's going to be for me and the Lord to thank Him, but also just to converse with Him. And you can do that anywhere. You don't have to go to Spain to do the Camino, but that's something that I've always wanted to do, or always thought about doing, and now I'm going to do it. My son, he's going to join me for the whole thing, and my daughter, she may be joining me. Y'all have met her before, and as you have my son, and so she may be joining me or joining us for the last 100 miles or something like that. But Chance is going to be there for me, with me the whole way. So I am pumped up about that. If you've ever done the Camino, I am doing all kind of research on it. I would love to know, get your comments about the Camino, and tell me things about what kind of expect at the albergues, which is the hostels, the packing list, logistics, all that stuff that people need to know that, it's kind of hard to find. I mean, I know there's tons of YouTube videos about it, but I haven't found any that have been really specific about logistics and stuff like that. Where to fly into, where to fly out of, all those neat things like that. So I would greatly appreciate anybody who's got anything, any information they can add to me about that, and that would be wonderful. Once again, folks, thanks a lot for all you do for me and for the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment down below, whatever it is, whether it's about me or a question you have. That would be awesome to hear those comments. Whether it's about hikers out there, it's not about me, folks. I don't ever want it to be all about me. So, but in any case, love you, love this community, love this family. Folks, that's all I got this week. As always, appreciate you, and we hope to see you out here.